Hello, what's up my YouTube nation? It's Legendary Justin, and today I'm going to do a video on my new gaming laptop for you guys. So this is the gaming laptop that my dad bought for me. I really appreciate that he bought it for me too. So I got the Asus ROG 15.6-inch laptop. It's an i7 with 12GB RAM memory, and then it comes with a terabyte hard drive. So it's right now on Best Buy for $1,100 if you want to buy it new, but if you want to buy open box, $968, and that's the one that I have. When we bought it, we got it for $830 open box, so it was actually on a good sale. And like I don't recommend buying this one right now because it's not on sale. Like if it was $830, $850, $900 open box, I would recommend it, but not at the current price. I would not recommend buying it. I do like the laptop. I'm saying at this price, I would not buy it right now. I'll show you guys which one I'd like you guys to buy. If you guys want to buy a nice gaming laptop, these are the ones you need to look for if you're going to buy at Best Buy, because if you buy at Best Buy, you can return it if it ever breaks within I think you have like a year warranty, or within a month you'll know if it works or not. Like you could obviously take it back, I think within a year. Sometimes they're only like for a month, but I think I think Best Buy does for a year, so that's really, really good. And then there's like standard warranty and stuff like that from the company, I guess, but the Best Buy warranty is what you really want. So the reason that I say these two laptops, you're thinking, oh, these ones are way more expensive. Well, they are way more expensive, but it's a better price per performance for these laptops than the other one that's not on sale. The reason is, this is a GTX 1070 processor. The processor alone goes for $400. I would recommend buying it open box for $1394, and then with tax, it's gonna be like $1450, $1460, somewhere in there. It's gonna be a lot more with the tax. I hate tax. Tax kind of sucks, but you have to pay tax. But anyways, so like $1,450 or something around there, you will have an amazing laptop with an SSD, 128GB SSD, and a terabyte hard drive. The SSD, now with 128GB SSD, you can't do too much with it. I would recommend putting your Windows 10 on there on the SSD, and then one or two. Well, actually, it depends on like how big the games are. I'd recommend putting a few games on the 128GB SSD so your games run really fast. Or if you can stay really organized with your, if you make videos or whatever, you could stay really organized and try to get some videos done with 128GB. I've used already 800GB of my 1TB hard drive, so the hard drive goes by pretty fast. Solid state drive, I don't have one of those yet, but I might be buying one of those in the future. Now the GTX 1070, the processor alone costs $400, so if you buy it with the open box for $1450, it'd be a really, really good laptop. Now, if you don't really care if you get the GTX 1060 versus 1070, you want to save an extra, what is it, $100 and $140, which is, I mean, if you're really on a budget, like if you can only spend like $1,350, buy this one. If you're going to spend all this money anyways, just buy the best you can buy, which is this one. I mean, you could always buy like one of these other laptops like this one for $967, a little bit cheaper, but it's still going to be a lot of money. So I'd recommend buying this one or this one open box. I would most likely recommend this one. This one would be an amazing laptop forever. The GTX 1070 would slay any type of game you throw at it. Adobe, Photoshop, anything. Pretty much anything you would throw at this computer, like Battlefield 1, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto. With the SSD, you'd be running the game super, super fast too. So you could probably run 2 big games with the 128 solid state drive, and then your Windows 10, which is really good on there. So those are the two computers I'd recommend. Now let's talk specifically about the one I have. I would really appreciate if you guys could subscribe to my Patreon. It helps me make videos like this. And thank you guys for watching the video. Alright, so here it is. And this is the laptop that I currently have. First of all, let's go through the pictures of it. Got a message from our friend Sage on Facebook. His name is Sage Castiglione. He's my friend on Facebook. In case you want to add him, you can add him. Also, I started a Patreon today. Make sure you guys support my Patreon. It would really help me out a lot. I currently got one Patreon already from John Block. He donated $10 a month. So if you guys want to help me out, it only costs $3 a month to subscribe to my Patreon, and I'll show you guys out on my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all my social media. You'll get bigger on Facebook, all that kind of stuff, YouTube, whatever you want. And I'll get bigger too with all be able to buy SSDs, memory chips, phones, that kind of stuff. But let's talk about the laptop. So it's a 15.6-inch 1080p, which means 1920 by 1080 So it's full HD screen on there, which is really, really nice. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. If it was 4K, it'd be even better, but they don't usually make too many 4K high. So if it's a 4K, they're going to charge a lot of money for the 4K display anyways, but they don't usually make a 4K with the super high graphics card and the hard drives and the RAM and all that stuff, or it's going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. They probably do exist, but not too many of them. But yeah, so this is the laptop. Let me show you guys the pictures real quick. So this is what it looks like from the side angle. The keys are the I call it WASD, WASD, which are usually your gaming keys, are fully in red. I wish the entire keyboard was fully in red. I actually really do love that it's in red. Sorry, that was my music. I accidentally hit spacebar because I was clicking on my other laptop. Because I'm actually not making the video on that laptop. I'm making a video on my old laptop because my new laptop is actually uploading a video, and I'm actually rendering another video at the same time. So I'll just use this computer for rendering, because if you have two different laptops, you can render two different videos at the same time. So it'll save you lots of time. But what I was saying was, it'd be really nice if the entire keyboard was all red, but to me it doesn't matter because the entire keyboard is backlit. So it's got red LEDs on the bottom of the keyboard. It looks super amazing. Spacebar, everything is all red. And then what's interesting about this keyboard, you guys probably won't find a power button because it's not on there. The power button is actually this key right here in the top right corner. It's the power button. I actually found that out really fast. I knew that was a power button because I could just tell by the emblem, but it's not anywhere up on here. It's in the corner right there. And then let's talk about these side ports over here. See, is there a better angle for those? I'll just show you guys the rest of the pictures real quick. Yeah, there's the back. It only weighs like max up to 5 pounds. So it's not very heavy laptop for a gaming laptop too. It's super lightweight. Good sturdy laptop. It's not going to break on you that easily because it is 5 pounds. So it's not super heavy like a 10 pound or a 15 pound one. But it's also not like a 1 pound or a 2 pound one. It's pretty heavy, but it's in between. It's really good. 5 pounds is perfect weight. I mean, they could probably get it down to like 3 pounds in the future, but for now, 5 pounds is really, really good. Because they have to put the graphics card in there and stuff like that. So yeah, this is actually a way better angle of the keyboard. So those are all the keys right there. And then this is the Asus ROG. If you click that button, it's basically it tells you about your computer specs. So it tells you like how fast your RAM's running, your GPU, CPU, all that kind of stuff. You just click on this button and it'll tell you. And then there's that. And then there's that. Let's talk about the ports, which is this picture right here. So on that picture, the first port is the power port. The second port is the RJ45 Ethernet port. The third one, I think it's like a Thunderbolt 3.0 or something like that. Yeah, I think it's either Thunderbolt or something. I don't know. There's this port right here and this port right here. I haven't used them yet. I'm going to test using my USB-C and make sure that one of them is not USB-C real quick. Hold on. Okay, so I tested it, and it's possibility that this one right here might be USB-C, because I plugged my USB-C in and it fit really snugly in this one. And then this one's probably Thunderbolt. And then this one right here is your HDMI port. And then this one right here is USB and USB. Oh, no, USB over here. It says 4 USBs on there, but I only see 3. So I see 1 here and then 2 on the other side. And then this is HDMI and Thunderbolt, USB 3.0, Ethernet, power. Let's talk about the other ports. I think it's this picture. Or is it some other one? It's this one, okay. So this one right here, on the other side of the laptop, you can tell this is the MP3, microphone in and out port. If with an audio splitter, you can actually use it as a microphone and a, earbuds or whatever. You can plug that in. You can also do headphones, with the USB, 2 USB 3.0s, SD reader, which is really, really cool. I didn't notice that until now. It actually does come with the SD reader. That's really, really cool. And then this port right here. I'm not sure what that port is, but I think it might be another Thunderbolt or something like that. But those are all the ports on the side. So let's start getting into the specs, because that's actually what you guys care about. So it's got a pretty good rating, 4.4. 89% of people would say yes, it's good. Alright, so it comes with Windows 10, the full 15.6 Full HD, what I was telling you about the 1920. Comes with the 6th generation i7 6700 mobile processor, which is a very, very, very powerful processor. It'll get the job done. Now, desktops can get the new i7 7700K processors and like better ones than laptops, but this will definitely get the job done. And then 12 gigabytes of RAM, that's pretty smooth. I would like more RAM. I'm not going to pay more to currently upgrade my RAM now. If it only had 8, I would probably upgrade it to 16. Upgrading it from 12 to 16 is not as much, but if it had 8, I would definitely upgrade it. Because there's a lot of programs that use a lot of RAM. Like when you play Crowfall, which is a game I play, it uses the full 12 gigabytes of RAM. Like, I mean, if you're running a lot of programs, it gets like, 40 to 60 frames on medium settings, 1080p. So, I mean, that's the graphics card too. If it was a 1070 or 1080 or something better, it would get, be able to play 4K or whatever on Crowfall, but it does play 1080p. Any game you throw out at 1080p, it'll be able to run 60 frames per second, which is really, really good. And then it's got the 1 terabyte hard drive. You got the cloud storage, I guess, if you wanted to. And then there's the graphics card, so the GTX 970M, which is pretty good. It says it's fast. It's pretty fast. I think so too. And then I guess you can stream to your TV. Yeah, it comes with the HDMI port, that kind of stuff. The weight is about 5 pounds. It's really thin though. It's only it's about an inch thin, which is pretty good. And it's got a pretty good sized battery in there. And then it's got Bluetooth 4.0, which is the new one. So it does really, really fast Bluetooth for that kind of stuff. 4 USB 3.0 port. And then it's got, the HDMI port. Right here, stream internet from your laptop to your TV. So I guess you can wirelessly do that if you wanted to. I don't know how to do that yet, but you could probably figure out how to do it. And then there's the built-in media reader. And then it says it's got really, really fast Wi-Fi, so you could do up to 867 megabytes per second, which is really, really fast. UNM has speeds anywhere between 120 megabytes per second to 550 megabytes per second. Wi-Fi to Ethernet speeds. So Wi-Fi, is between the 100 to the 400 megabytes, and then the Ethernet at UNM is like 500 megabytes if you're running at a really fast pace. It's got the backlit keyboard, and then it's got the 10 keys in there, yeah, and then it's got 1 month of Microsoft Office. I actually haven't downloaded Microsoft Office for my new computer yet. I just don't use Office that much, and if I do use Office, I use it on my old laptops. I could download it on there. I know how, but, with doing, like, the college thing where you just download your key on there or whatever, like, it's pretty easy, but I don't use Office too much. If I'm going to use it, I'll just use it on my old laptop. For me, it doesn't really make a difference, because my old laptop can easily run the Microsoft, but as far as running Adobe and those kind of, like, high-intensive things, I always use my new computer. And then it's got the microphone headphone jack. That's what I talked about. It does not come with a DVD or CD drive, which does not matter. And then what else? So the specs: terabyte hard drive, which is a SATA, Windows 10, and processor speed is 2.6 gigahertz, so it's really fast. 4 is the fastest, like 4 to 4.5 is the fastest for those. And then Intel i7 6th generation, 12 gigabytes of RAM, the 970 processor. Battery life, I haven't tested, just unplugging the cord and figuring out exactly how much battery life it'll get you. I should make a video on that. What I'll do is I'll just have a timer on one of my phones, and I'll just have it to full power and then just leave it on full brightness like I usually do, and then just see how many hours it takes for the computer to die. The problem with that is why I don't do that usually. I don't want my computer to die while I'm uploading a YouTube video. That's the reason why. So, I'll have to work on that. Maybe I can do it sometime when I'm not uploading a video on my computer, I guess. But I'm always uploading videos. So, that's going to be kind of tricky. But maybe I'll figure that out. And then the 15.6 screen size. Touchscreen, it is not touchscreen. Touchscreen's nice, but it doesn't have touchscreen. And then everything else, it pretty much talks about it. Okay, yeah, so for the hard drive, I do want to get a external SSD, 1 terabyte. Because if it's external, not internal, then you have 2 terabytes total on your hard drive and SSD combined. So right now I can delete a lot of files, and I can get probably back up to 700, 800 gigabytes if I delete a lot of stuff. But I'll probably usually keep it at 200 to 300 gigabytes on the hard drive. On the SSD, I'll keep it about 200 to 300 gigabytes left on those too. Well, sometimes I bring it even down to 100, but I'm going to try to delete up. So I was talking about the hard drive. So the hard drive is 5400 RPM, and then the best one you could buy right now is the 7200 RPM. But it's not even, you should not even be messing around with hard drives anymore. Now it's time to buy SSD. So you can buy the internal ones for cheaper than the external, but then if you have the internal, you get rid of your external and you don't have the double memory, which is actually worth more, because then you can put your old photos and your old videos, stuff that you don't really need to load super fast on your hard drive, stuff like that. But you get the SSD. Let me show you guys real quick the current one that I would like to buy. Hopefully I'll get it sometime within the next few months or something like that. It's a lot of money though. It's $309. So I spent my dad spent like $900 on this laptop, so it's $309 more, so it's like $1,200 for the whole setup with the SSD and the hard drive. Alright, so we're back. And right now we went on Amazon, which is what we usually use. So basically, yeah, we're on Amazon, and here we go. So the Samsung Portable SSD, the 3.1, so it's actually 3.1 USB is actually faster than 3.0 by, I think it's like a ratio of 2. I think it's like 2 times as fast as USB 3, but USB 3 is like 10 times faster than USB 2. There's some sort of math like that, but it's super, super fast. USB 3 is fine. It's very, very fast. 3.1 is even better. But if you want that one, it's $400. So it's going to be faster, but that's if you have a USB 3.1 port. My computer doesn't even have one, so it'd only be worth it to get a 3.1. I mean, most of these are 3.1 though, so it would have to default to the 3.0. But the one that I actually want to get is this one, which is currently on sale on Amazon for $309 for the 1 terabyte right here. And it comes with 1 terabyte read and write speeds up to 450 megabytes per second. So that means you can make a YouTube video within, you know, a few minutes or even a few seconds if you are running like a 720p or 1080p. But I've been crunching down on the video rates. Like I've been putting it, like I actually starting to do like Camtasia 80% quality, which is really, really high. It's like about like 5 to 6 gigabytes per video uploads. And on Adobe, I just max it. I do 100% upload rate, and it's usually like 4 to 5 gigabytes for one of those. Well, 3 to 5 gigabytes on Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2017. So this is the SSD right here. Let's see if they have any better pictures of it. That's what it looks like. And then there's the read and write speed. So on Blackmagic, I guess I got 400 write, 420 read. So super, super fast. It can do 2K, 4K, HD, 1080p, 720, all that stuff. Really, 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 really fast. And then right here, let's show you guys. I mean, everyone says it's really, really impressive. So that's the one you guys should try to get, is the Vectotech SSD, because it's going to save you $90 versus buying the Samsung one. The Samsung one will be faster, but it's not worth the extra $90. And then what else I have to show you guys. So I hope you guys really enjoy my video on my new gaming laptop. Also, if you guys want to, I'd like you guys to subscribe to my Patreon account. Let me show you guys that real quickly. So yeah, here's my Patreon account. Please subscribe to it. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could donate, you know, a few dollars every month. That would really help me out, because I really want to get the SSD. And I also want to get, you know, better quality videos for you guys. I'll probably be buying the SSD, and then after that, I'll probably be buying a really, really nice 4K camera for you guys. Or maybe just a really nice camera. Either 4K video camera or one that takes super, super crystal clear pictures. I'm not sure which one. Probably the 4K video, which is what I really want. I use my LG G5 smartphone right now. And I also might start using my other phone, which is my Nexus 6. And it also records in 4K, so it's really good. But yeah, this is my Patreon. Subscribe. You guys can subscribe anywhere from $3 a month, $5, $10, $20, $30, up to $100 a month. But you guys don't need to donate $100. Just donate what you can. I would really appreciate it. Even $3 a month, it would really, really help you. Also, like, I'll show you guys on my videos, my Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want. But please subscribe to my Patreon. There it is. And then also check out my new video on the Verizon Unlimited data. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. And peace. Subscribe.